Bakit ba kailangan may mga arguments o kaya mga pag-aaway when it comes to relationships? O kaya yung mga tampuhan? O kaya yung mga kailangan pinag-uusapan? Sometimes it's very smooth, oftentimes hindi. Bakit kailangan ganun? This episode is for you. Namaskaram. Namaskaram, namaste, or namaskar is a Hindu greeting that says the light in me sees and acknowledges the light in you, or the God in me sees and acknowledges the God in you. My name is Marky Mendoza. Welcome to Reiki with Marky, and yet another meaningful episode here in our YouTube channel. And in today's episode, pag-uusapan natin bakit nga ba sa mga relationship may mga pag-aaway, arguments, o kaya mga kailangan pag-usapan, and sometimes it leads into heated arguments and heated conversations. So, yan ang i-explain natin today. Without further ado, let's go! Before we continue with our episode for today, if you have any topics and suggestions that you would want Reiki with Marky to discuss in the future, please leave a comment down below. Binabasa ko yan, mahilig din ako sumagot. Akong bahala sagutin yung mga topics niyan in the future, kaya huwag kayong mahiya. So by the way, ang topic natin ngayon, I honestly got inspired because I just did the weekly tarot reading na episode natin. And yung kasi sa isang part kasi nasa isang part nung ating weekly reading is that may mga arguments involved. And in touching dun sa reading na yun, I got inspired in doing another video to really fully explain that. And this will explain why there are really times na kailangan may mga arguments o kaya may mga pag-uusap na kailangan mangyari in relationships. May it be romantic, may it be on a professional level, friends and family. First of all, these things are normal. First of all, there is no such thing as a very smooth sailing na relationship. Smooth sailing, so parang bangka. Imagine that, kung ikaw ay naglalayad sa bangka or on a boat trip, and you know how the sea is, it can be very amazing, it can be very calm, but oftentimes may mga storm din and medyo maalon din yung mga kailangan nating pagdaanan, which is really normal. It's really part of the journey. Now, first of all, these things are meant to happen because primarily, there is something that needs to be fixed. Hindi naman nangyayari yung mga arguments o kaya yung mga pag-uusap just because wala lang. May mga kailangang ayusin, and that is how you're going to fix it. So first things first, when we go through these things, unang-una, no matter how the approach is, because let's face it, dahil lahat tayo, we are all made perfectly unique and authentic, hindi tayo pare-pareho ng approach when it comes to these things. Pwede na some are very confrontational and are comfortable to approach people when they are going to speak it out or to air out. And no matter how it is, no matter how comfortable you are or the opposite, tatandaan natin na to see through the intentions. See through the intentions on why this has to happen. May kailangan lang ayusin. Also, no matter how, kung ikaw yung magbibigay or you're the ones na magbibigay nung ikaw yung nagbi-bring up ng topic o ikaw yung may concern, no matter on if ikaw yung may concern or you are on the receiving end, syempre you have to be mindful din why you're going to do this. Hindi mo siya gagawin ng wala lang. And I hope when you go through this, there is a clear intention of what needs to be done, what needs to be fixed, kasi that's the reason why you're doing it. And primarily, kaya siya gagawin, the underlying situation there is because there is a need to be fixed. If there's just not a need to fix things because there's so much love and care, kaya mo nga siya aayusin o kaya mo siya i-bring up kasi gusto mo ayusin, gusto mo ma-improve, gusto mo siyang ma-develop into something that's better. Something that may start off as not so good, you're wanting to improve on that situation. Now, here is the thing. Minsan kasi, nagkakaroon tayo ng mga arguments because the manner it was given o kaya how you start these conversations or kung paano yung approach natin sa isa't isa. Now remember this, no matter how you're going to go through with this, kung ikaw yung magbibigay, ikaw yung may concern o ikaw yung nasa receiving end, always ask yourself this: do you want to fix it na less pain and suffering ang may experience mo? Or you're okay to go through with this with pain and suffering? There are times kasi when we are too emotional and hindi natin masyadong naiisip or nafi-filter yung mga kailangan nating sabihin, minsan may nasasabi tayo na hindi natin gusto, and once nasabi na natin, We can say sorry for that eventually if we realize na medyo nakakasakit tayo ng damdamin. But in the end, kapag nasabi na natin, it will always leave a mark. It will always leave a scar. But don't worry, these are experiences that are meant to be remembered, honestly. It's meant to be remembered kasi when we remember how it's given to us, mas nagsistick yung lesson sa atin. Now, our cue there is for us to really absorb it really well. And syempre, do not forget as well na I believe this is a very good opportunity then for us to really remember how sorries and apologies are really meant to be done. There are actually 3 steps on how you're gonna do it. First of all, you're gonna have to mean that you're really sorry. Mean it that you're sorry. Mean it that you're really not happy for what the things that have happened or the experiences that have unfolded. And that, number 2, you are not going to do it again. So saying sorry is one, but not doing it again is another commitment that you should do. And the last part is to ask how you should, on how you can make up for it. It should be part of the bargain. When you have these 3 things, after an argument, it really strengthens the relationship even more. Kasi may commitment na, hindi ka lang basta-basta magsusorry. And as you go through this, both parties, or no matter how many people are involved in the situation, at least may commitment, meron din kayong alam nyo na genuine reason for you to make up for the situation. And as you go through this, no matter kahit paulit-ulit, do not be afraid to go through it. Because again, it's meant para ayusin, to improve, and to make things better. Huwag matatakot na pagdaanan ng mga ganitong bagay. Remember, all the intention that we are going to focus on is the intention of love and care. Kaya nga gustong ayusin. Because otherwise, it can be the other way around. Kung hindi na gustong ayusin, dun kayo matatakot kasi kung ayaw nang ayusin. But before we continue, if you have any personal dealings and you would want Reiki with Marky's advice and ma-feature sa ating Dear Marky episode, naka-flash sa screen natin ang ating email address. Send us an email. We will always protect your identity. We will help you with your concern. Ang mahalaga, matulungan namin kayo. Now, finally, for us to understand why these things happen, it's really part of how we're going to enjoy the journey. Hindi lang siya parang ulam na matabang na parang puro lahat matamis o kaya kulang sa flavor. It really just adds a lot of dimension in the relationship. Kaya naman, tatandaan, although these things are very important, kailangan and essential na pagdaanan, merong tayong mga paalala na there's always a better way of saying things. Kung ang gusto natin is to really fix it, be more patient, be more loving and caring with each other. At saka syempre, if this is something that is in a relationship, nagtatalo lang pero bawal mag-break, ha? Nagtatalo lang, kailangan lang ayusin, kumalma kayo. That's it for our episode for today. If you like this episode, do not forget to give it a good thumbs up. And by the way, I want to have a special shout out for all of our Team Desi. Maraming salamat for the continuous love and support. Maraming salamat for always watching our videos and sharing it as well. And this has been Marky Mendoza again, laging papaalala to keep trusting the process. Namaskaram.